DC here. Hi guys and gals, wearing my Guinness hat. Is there a reason for that? Yeah, but I'll get to it in a second. What's been going on this week? Well, as usual, a lot of work, but part of that work has been workshops and stuff like that. You know, like asking for grants and money from people that don't want to give it to you, so you got to prove you're better than them. Oh well, anyway, I just went to the workshop. Not that I think for the moment I'll be needing it, but you know, you never know. And I went yesterday to the opera. Yeah, not the Grand Ole Opry, the opera, an Italian opera. I don't remember actually the name of the person now, but it was Mephistole, anyway, some type of story, you know, of the devil comes back and somebody sells his soul, and basically at the end, though, the devil gets his own. So it was one of those type of stories, but it was fun, yeah. And why did I be wearing the Irish hat? Because Monday I'm off to Ireland. Yeah, well, I guess it's kind of like the season, you know. It's like I will be going this time only for 4 days, though. And I was supposed to go with a colleague, but he's at the last minute. He has other engagements, which I can't talk about, of course. But he's got other engagements, which means that he cannot go. So I'll be alone, which, you know, actually I don't mind at all, because when the evening comes, I can do my own things. I know my way around Cork now, so I can go to the pubs I want, and then, you know, with the people that I know over there by now, my postdoc and the people of my lab over there, if I can call them that way. You know, the people of my lab over there, I mean, we're friends. So when I go over, I don't go over that often, so we end up, you know, going out together and having a good time, and maybe I'll even get some geocaching. That'd be fun. I like geocaching over there. So, yeah, and Cork is, you know, slowly kind of getting home away from home, if I can put it that way, because I do try to always go to the same hotels. Some people would say, well, that's not very interesting. Well, in a way it is. If the hotel is perfectly situated and you know your way around and so on. So, like I say, when I just go over there, just kind of go with my eyes closed almost, you know, and it's kind of nice. Yeah. So I don't know if you can hear in the background. There is some music playing. I forgot to turn it down, actually. So there might be some music. I just hope that YouTube doesn't make a little hissy fit, because there's some Irish music playing in the background. Oh, is there anything else? Well, Mrs. DC is off to work again. No, I mean, she works. She has a 60% time allotment for her work, and it's never the same days of the week. I mean, in a way, she has weeks where she doesn't work at all, and others where she works more, but it works out to 60%, which would mean the equivalent of 3 days a week. But she has a lot of weekends, as you've probably noticed from my videos. Oh, it's nice. And I mean, it's actually, I put on a sweater, or as people in Great Britain call it, a jumper. And I don't think I really would have needed it. Can you hear the birds? Well, maybe I hope the music's not bothering us, but the apple tree is coming along. You can see the greenery's coming. It's funny how the apple tree is a lot slower. Far off, have I already talked about this? I'm wondering. Far off, the neighbors, that's a cherry tree. And his apple tree is, well, he didn't trim it this year, so that's why it looks actually more green than this one. And if you look over here, the pear tree's flowers are pretty well done with. Yeah. So we're really into that summer mode. I made a video on the weekend showing my 1,000. Well, I didn't show the cache, but number 1,000, and the way the people were so kind in that respect. It is kind of cool. It's kind of interesting though, because over here there are in Switzerland, well, there's three main differences, I was going to say, as far as the language groups go. I mean, there's the Swiss German group, which is the largest group, the Swiss French, and the Swiss Italians. Well, the Swiss Italians they're Italians. What I mean by that is, I don't know, they're kind of more chaotic and so on, kind of the way you expect Italians to be. That's, you see, I'm already falling into. There's actually another group, I'm not going to talk about them as well. But the people always, the Swiss Germans, it's kind of amusing, they're very self-effacing in a way, and also, on the other hand, they're the business people, so they're actually gung-ho, they're hard workers. And the Swiss French, well, they're French. I don't know, they have the reputation of being the party goers and, you know, I was going to say a little bit shady, but they have that reputation, and you kind of say they didn't get it for nothing, I guess. But I've worked mostly with Swiss Germans, actually. And working with the Swiss Germans, though, is that they have this, like I said, this reputation of being stodgy and boring and everything. And very often they aren't. Actually, they are, but they're more family. Often they're more family. I don't know, there's the peasant, as they call it over here, peasants, which doesn't mean is not a bad word here. Paysan just simply means a farmer or people from the land. But if we translate it, it would be peasant. And somehow peasant does not come out as a good way of talking about people. But anyway, but very often there are more people from the land, from the farms, and so on. And I'd almost say often kind of more simple and in a way easygoing. You can see I'm not very partial, actually. I like the Swiss Germans. And very often, actually, they're quite alternative. Yeah, so that makes for kind of an interesting mix. But the thing is that when you're with them, I mean, you will find things that are maybe similar. I wasn't going to say that quite like down south, because that's not true, because the Swiss Germans are closed society. It takes sometimes a little while to get to know them. But what you will find is things that you like. They love folklore music and the type of music which would be, and they love country music. It's kind of funny because very often the sophisticated Swiss French really find them, kind of klutzes in that respect, or well, they're not very well versed in the social graces. But it's kind of interesting because you take any country and you will find things like that. I can see the battery getting slowly down there. I'm thinking of in Canada, the Québécois often think that they are of a different class, let's say, than others. And when you get to know different people from different countries and different parts of Canada and so on, you'll say, yes and no. Anyway, yeah, they are a different class, definitely. Oh, goodness, I'm getting into politically hot terrain here. Talking about politically hot and terrain, our local newspaper has basically endorsed Hillary. Yeah. Now, as you know, I'm not American. I probably wouldn't be a Democrat. I'd be what you would probably call a compassionate conservative, which is pretty difficult right now, isn't it? I mean, I don't know quite who as the Republican field is right now, I definitely would not vote for Trump, I suppose. No, not only I suppose, I would not vote for him. I know some of you would say, oh, you'd go for lying Ted. Well, actually, I think I would. Of the people that are around there, I mean, of the Democrats, if I had to vote Democrat, I don't know. There's pie in the sky Bernie up to a point, but I'd definitely go for him before Hillary, that's for sure. But, I'm actually happy that I do not have to vote in this upcoming election. Really. Anyway, But it was funny to see that our newspaper over here was basically endorsing Hillary, as they were saying it was a continuity on Obama, because they've always been really pro-Obama. Oh well. Anyway, I mean, I'd rather not say anything. But anyway, so our foreign newspaper endorsed Hillary. On that sad note, DC signing off. Take care, everybody. And I don't know, maybe I'll be back on the weekend. If not, you'll probably be back in Ireland. Take care, everybody. And it is Thursday. So tomorrow is Friday. TGIF. Bye-bye. Take care.